All right, everybody, we are back doing some Eye in the Sky. Holy moly, what a welcome. Thank you very much. Alexander Farm, Drill Camp Skirmish map. Just played this one in an event the other day, and I've spectated it, I think, once before. And yeah, anyways, it's an interesting map. It felt like a tough attacking map. I know I won it in pubs or so a week ago. You can see the officers, Krabby, Noodler, Napoleon, Maximus, Pax. Gotta mute our non-officers here. I don't know who punished John Brown. I don't know if that's John Brown just changing his name or... Well, John Brown's son was in here earlier. I don't know. People are maybe messing with him. But anyways, CSA defending, Union attacking. Oh, the point of contention is off to the left. It's kind of that area just past the fixed caissons. Yeah, this is weird because you have the Zouaves and then you have the Zouaves. So I think the difference are the pants, right? The Union Zouaves just kind of have the more straight leg pants, whereas the CSA ones sometimes have funny straw hats. Otherwise, they have the balloon pants there. I don't know if this is the same USA company that's on Hill's Counterattack where they have the red flag. Always makes me think that it's the CSA. Let's pull back here a little bit. This one, again, it's a challenge. The CSA frequently holds these sides, and when you get to this point as the Union, it's just open ground. The CSA have this monster hill that they get to hide behind. They can use that to catch all the bullets, and the Union has open ground. If the Union tries to turn in and get into the artillery or any of that other stuff, this group will come up and be on their flank, and it will just be... it'll be awful. But it's good to pin down some CSA over here. If you have other Union that come through the woods over there and take the fence down this way, you can also get into the CSA backline that way. But it looks like the Union has opted for kind of a bull rush here on the Union left, CSA right. I haven't counted all the flags. All right, so then, is this a full Union company? Nope, that's CSA artillery. All right. Huh. So the Union's deciding they're going to go up, try to take the field. Let's go stand in the smoke and see nothing. Right, between staring at the sun, the shadows, the smoke. I may be the only person in this opinion, but I feel like there are too many shadows in War of Rights. A lot of these Dawn Dusk maps, I tried to figure out how some of the shadows are created, and they seem much larger. Much darker than they would be. See, this is a pretty commanding hill here on the backside. Both sides are seeking to use some concealment, some cover, to mask their movements, which is smart, but it just makes watching it all a bit of a challenge. But this seems to be the main fight so far. Union's pushed in well. Seem to be doing a decent plink here on the CSA's tickets. I don't know. At 37 minutes, we'll see. But, you know, once the Union come up, they shoot the CSA back. They can then leapfrog up like this. You can send up a company or two and keep the other ones shooting. Looks like they're going to send... Looks like everybody's going to leapfrog at once. now the CSA is back kind of at their castle, and we'll see. Again, when I was playing this some time ago as the Union, we swept all this aside. We just kind of closed off almost everything around point. And then it becomes real rough for the CSA because they have to rejoin from somewhere over there. At least that's where they were coming on that map. I don't know if either side sees anything, but because the hill blocks view, right? I feel like a road sign. I think the CSA is a little bit closer to the crest here, so they're going to be able to do more with it. So as they shift right, the hill should kind of roll out of their way. You've never seen me shoot, but then again, I'm up here. Well, it looks like both the CSA and the Union have their guys who think they're impervious to bullets, and so far neither actually do. Yeah, remember, hold shift to shoot faster. Alright. That was a pretty punishing run-up volley. I think are not always that accurate, but that one, I mean, maybe 30-40 yards downhill was pretty good. it was pretty good, man. But the Union might still have a little ticket lead. Yeah. We got a Union company still at the artillery. Ugh. Doesn't look at the CSA are taking too many hits up there. I don't know if they're giving any. I see some Union falling. Maybe I see more than a few Union falling, but that was unfortunate.
Maintain fire, Texas. Okay.
Well, somehow, I don't know where the CSA is losing their tickets, but that was the CSA going down to engage. Union still got almost a third left of battle ready. And we're about to go to the 32nd minute, or 32 minutes left on the clock. I have no idea where the CSA is losing tickets. I don't think it's a case of... Usually I'll blame Artie, but I don't think that's it. Yeah, CSA Artie's over here. Union's completely ignore that side, and they've opted to play together, which is fine, because if the Union split pushes, It allows the CSA then to concentrate against one side, concentrate against the other. Do we have a melee over here? Maybe it's those kind of people.
Alright, look, we got more men here for you, gentlemen.
It's okay, that's out of bounds.
Yeah, this does not seem like a great place to cross, but I don't know if the Union has to. I mean, if the CSA is going to continue to trade volleys with them, maybe just be happy doing that. But I think there's a lot more CSA shooting at that Union company, which is whoever's in that group is probably doing a lot of respawning. I want to see what it looks like here from the Union's angle. Oh.
Good up, boys. Alright, hold fire. Hold fire. Everyone hold fire. Hold fire. Hold fire! Hold fire!
Whoop. If you don't have your loads, this is going to be bad. If you don't get somebody to pick up your flag and get it out of there, it's going to be very bad. Alright.
Gentlemen, independent fire! Independent fire! Let's go! One independent fire on these guys! Watch out! If they charge us, I want you backing up! Keep your fire! Keep your fire! Fire at will! Fire at will!
Huh. It was a fine push by the CSA, but I don't know if they're going to be able to camp that flag. It's close here, but CSA is down by about a quarter of a morale stage. Got very quiet. I still seem like I can't find a 4th Union company. Yet it exists. No one knows. No one knows. Alright. I don't know if this is more artillery stuff. Yeah. It's more artillery officers.
Hey, give me 3 guys! Go to
Part of this artillery as well. I don't know. I'm a little surprised the Union artillery guys
independent fire! Southwest!
haven't come down and manned these guns.
Let's go, boys!
Alright, so I guess these are the 3 that are up and the one that had its flag go down. They're taking a long trek from spawn. Yeah, I would think the Union would be happy with that trade. So they've settled into it. I guess the downside is that it's probably not a high ticket burn rate. And it gives the CSA the initiative to just duck out whenever they don't want to take the fight.
Fire. Well, back to the... Yeah, we'll just skirmish. Just push up to fire.
This has got to be a juicy target here.
On this line, independent fire, guys.
Wow.
Watch the friendlies. Damn it.
I have no idea what that guy was doing.
Shit back. Run with me. Let's get you your loads. Run with me. Run with me. Let's get you your loads. Run with me.
see that Union flag creeping up on the right side. I think they're going to try to... I think... Is that both companies? They might be trying to push up there now that the CSA pulled that one company out. And they have two over here. So the two sides might be partially trading different chunks of the battlefield. The CSA, I thought, was giving up the extreme right to go over and harass the Union on the CSA left. That is some sight, man. Both sides probably feel like they cannot reload fast enough. I don't know. Does the Union have buck and ball on this map? They might. I think we did. I think we did when we played it. So that would explain why sometimes when these Union guys fire, more than one CSA guy drops. I thought the Union would have been happy with that ticket exchange there. But, yeah, no, I guess they weren't. They were losing tickets elsewhere. Maybe it's because the CSA had all four companies engaged, while the Union could really only put 3 into a shootout. Alright, looks like the CSA is going to get a second wind here. And
this game, Maximus.
Yeah, I would have thought Union artillerists would have come up a while ago and do this. Wonder if the CSA is going to counter push through here and finish off what they started. The Union feels like it might be weak enough that they might be able to push them back here. But somehow the CSA is down in tickets. It's a mystery. With the CSA out in the road like this, it opens up the possibility that the Union... Well, I wasn't worried about their artillery. But it opens up the possibility the Union company comes out here and shoots them in the flank.
You guys still shoot on them. One man for vertical post and keep independent firing, guys.
Alright, so the CSA are going to double down on fighting from this part of the battlefield. It looks like maybe Pax is going to try to rinse and repeat what he just did. Just let the Union kind of get tunnel vision on what's straight ahead, and then just push in on the side or from behind. So this time you have more Union flags back here. And not sure how this is going to go. That was quite the shot.
You mean like the bell?
No net. Relax.
Huh. Guess we'll have to move over. The action has shifted.
Alright, everybody, back it up. Let's go, back it up. Everyone, Company A and Company B. I want everybody backing up. Let's go. I want everybody for fucking.
Our face, pull back, our face, pull back. Pull back, New York, hey, pull back.
Hmm. I guess we'll,
To the fence line, to the fence line. Take aim, take aim. Independent fire.
Huh. Huh.
Yeah, they're pulling back pretty hard. Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna fall back,
Anybody on the left side, anyone-
yeah, the only place you're really worried about them coming if you're the CSA is right out here. I mean, if they're gonna do a run through the corn, then, you know, go have a nice tea or something, and then you can come back. Or if they're gonna run away just to come back again. All right, we'll go on board with it. It might be fun. I'm not sure. While you're running, the other side is reloading, so, and shooting, and they're gonna get some tickets from you.
They're empty charge, they're volleyed at us.
Yeah, that.
Down, charge.
Yeah, that. Well, I would charge up to about 30 yards away, and then I would shoot, and then I would charge. But nobody asked me. You can see that nice little move here. Yeah, that's gonna allow them to put some sweet shots into the side of that Union charge, and then countercharge. Well, you have to countercharge, but it looked great. All right, is there a CSA sweeper group? Yep, there it is. Didn't seem like that was the whole CSA, and they will wrap the Union and put them all down. And that was a very short-lived charge. Union wisely kept all their flags back, I think. Yeah, they're gonna. Well, looks like they're gonna trade some out of formation deaths. That's embarrassing. Wow, that was embarrassing for the CSA. All right. Anyways, now that our brief Shiv 2 episode is over, we're gonna go back to the game where the pointy sticks actually shoot things. More authentic Civil War quotes. Anyways, what did that do? I mean, it kind of moved the tickets, but, you know, it's 17 and a half minutes. The CSA are 1/3 of the way through taking losses. I don't know. I feel like the Union had the right idea earlier on when they were a little spread out and doing a little bit of shooting, and
Clown across, boys, get clown across.
it was pretty close range where those 42s can do their damage. It was plinking the CSA's tickets down faster than the Union was losing them usually. Kind of forced the CSA to put some charges in to put an end to it. I don't know how wise this is from the Union artillerist here. I mean, you may or may not be getting tickets from the other side. It's doubtful that it's a positive ticket trade. And everybody, at this point, it makes a little bit more sense for the CSA, but the CSA planned for this, and they brought guns up in a more secure position early on.
That's fine. We lost some time. That's all I want. I need time there. We need to sacrifice tickets there. Alright, Company B,
Yeah, I don't know if the quick moves have to happen. I think working themselves in, keeping in a good hot shootout at 50 yards was working. What did the CSA see up here on these heights?
Yeah, like Mississippi reference.
Yeah, you can see the Mississippis. Those things are...
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, some people said post-update they were no good. I don't know. If you're not planning on hitting any of your shots, they're all kind of just as good. Huh.
Who died? Wait, what was the news? I didn't hear the news. I didn't hear the news.
Oh, there's the action.
Right here.
Boys, get up here! Get up here now! Get up here! Get up! Move! Get up here! Head him, boys!
You can see the CSA, they look like they're trying to send that sweeper group in first. I don't know if the Unions learned that lesson and learned to hold a company back and shoot into it. I guess they're going to try to countercharge it first. Yeah, Union's going to want to think about getting those flags out. Oh no, you never look back, man. You never ever look back. Right, because that's what the Union would say. Has anybody ever really fallen for that, and yet people still try it? People never talk to their own team like that. You gotta say it like you would actually say it to your team. Well, that was absolutely terrible for the Union. Silver lining, I don't know if there is one. They lost a flag, they lost a bunch of tickets. I don't know if this is a silver lining,
Come on, gentlemen, right here, right here.
but several Union don't appear to have gone in with that charge. You know what? I'll find the silver lining. It's that I don't think the CSA is going to be able to keep that flag down. Alright, so you got a guy who ran up, shot out of line, missed it.
Pull back now, over to the forest. Let's go. Pull back.
Oh, but one died, at least. Eh.
Pull it back, lads. Pull it back. Pull it back. Pull it back.
Huh?
Somebody pull it back into the woods. Just pull it back into the woods.
Move it on me, gentlemen.
Excuse me. Union is not far from going breaking. I believe they're going to go breaking first. And they now have just under 12 minutes to get the CSA, maybe the last 20% through taking losses, through breaking, and into last stand. It's going to be a challenge. CSA is playing tight. Done a good job of using...
Rambo on the road. Rambo on the road, kill. Hold, get fire, get your loads. Hold, do not fire, do not fire, do not fire. I want nobody.
Well, one problem for the Union is that, you know, if this was a viable attack path, why didn't you do it earlier? And if it isn't, you've gone way too slow to beat the CSA to the good spots. Right? If the CSA is going to put themselves out on these rocks, use the fence, the defilade, and the hay bales for cover concealment.
Yeah, we're gonna be fighting in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as defenders, you,
It's over.
as anybody, you'd rather have the other side
Pull back.
running while you're shooting.
Pull back here. On these corn reels, yeah, on these corn, or on this hay, guys.
See, the Union's going to push down the road. CSA would have options beyond artillery, but even to fight on this fence, to fight on that fence, to hang back at these rocks, I mean... Yeah, this hill does a nice job of protecting the boys while they reload.
Pax is gonna help out there. Alright, we're going to the left. Better reinforce the left. Gentlemen, let's go. Break the road, press hard, break the road, let's go to the left.
Sit behind friendly.
Huh.
Hold back here, get your reloads and bayonets.
Oh no.
Oh, gentlemen, look right, look right, look right.
Don't snatch Bradley.
Come on.
I mean, that's a fairly substantial...
Yankees are coming. Under fire. Yanks are coming. Yanks. Shoot him.
Yeah, I mean, this is the spot, right? You got cover, you got concealment. They have mostly an open field, or an opening. It's the Union gone breaking. The CSA's not far behind. But I'm pretty sure that group in the field really wants this group on the right to push up. Alright, wisely using, well, the terrain, but also the man-made stuff. If they have their loads, they can come around here. Yep, that's the CSA going breaking.
Hold the line. Open over, boys. Open, charge in. Open over and charge in, boys. Open over and charge in.
Maybe. Yeah, they're running. Yeah, they're a bunch of CSA out of formation here.
Get that flag run. Good. Run. Don't stop. Don't you stop. Get that flag. Someone kill that flag, please.
Ah, that's a nice shot. Whoever get that shot on the run.
Nice.
So the Union was able to get on the... Now they're able to use that hill to their advantage. Problem with this is you never know what's on the other side. Yep. You have no idea what's on the other side. I mean, it's a fairly sizable group. I think the Union, you can see they're a little strung out. Oh, and then other CSA countercharged behind them. Well, you got it. But there's another Union group that can also charge in. You got to add a line. I don't know if this guy Rambo'd, but, you know.
Go, gentlemen, keep those flags.
They certainly got the one down. They might get a second. Oh, there are 3 Union flags down. That's why there's no reinforcements coming in. That that could be the end of this map. With 6 minutes left, the CSA still has 2/3 of their tickets. This is actually a lot like the previous map. It was almost exactly the same in several respects. But the Union... yeah, they'll get 2 flags out, but the CSA might as well just chase them back as far as they can.
Wipe these flags, wipe these flags. Keep going, keep going. Wipe these flags. Oh my god, run, David, run.
Oh. Well, they might. I don't know how long the final push timer is for the Union. Maybe. I think that was the CSA who was running up to kill that guy, and I think he got TK'd. Okay, well. They must have spent a long time rolling that up. It's not like the furthest distance away, but it's also not that quick. Right? Those are the fixed caissons, so you can get an idea of where it started, but unless it's a really awesome, incredible spot, which that might be. I don't often know if it's worth it to invest a lot of time rolling those guns up.
Damn.
Well, we have certainly now fought on just about every flank on this battlefield. If you don't know, the outer boundary is early on in these woods. So you can go a little ways, but you can't go that deep.
Keep up fire, keep up fire.
Yeah, at this point, it's just about keeping enough Union down that they don't get a critical mass near the point, and CSA have the tickets to be able to stand and fight for a little bit. Union looks like they're going to try for a bull rush down the center. I don't know, something about that tells me it's not going to work well, but you know what, we will see. Yeah, and the final push is now irrelevant. We're just naturally down to less than 3 minutes. So what that tells you is that the Union had more tickets they could have invested, because the Union, if you're going to lose, you want to make sure that when you go final push, that you had something. Right? You don't want to think like, oh, if only we had been more aggressive. I'm granted, you don't really want to ever go final push, but as the attackers, but it's kind of on your initiative as the attackers to push the pace of attack enough that the defenders can be beaten before the black timer runs to 0. Yeah, I don't know if the Union attempt here for a danker flank is really worth the time it takes. I mean, there's a tiny bit of a depression there. I mean, Union goes final push, but there's only 90 seconds left anyhow. Since they still got 40% left of braking. Huh. There were points in this map when the CSA, it looked doubtful that they would win. But it's now been a while since that was the case. Ugh. That's how it ends. We'll get an eye here on what the final casualties were like and what happened with the out of formation deaths, but I'm not sure. It was a little bit like the Union played as that football team that was doing great running the ball. It was working, it was good enough. And then they decided to start throwing it. And they go 3 and out. That's kind of what it felt like. And ran themselves out of time. Union actually did really well at the outset on avoiding out of lines. I mean, the out of formation deaths, all right, so towards the end it gets a good deal worse for the Union, but up until then, the skirmishing, the out of line were pretty close. I think it was just the overall number of deaths. Which is rough. But anyways, certainly well played by the CSA. I think the Union played it really well for most of it. I'm just not sure what happened at the end there, but that was a fun one to watch. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to have you back for the next one.